More in the clarifications department before we start, well, whatever my February 40 mission is. The boxes here are longer for the Type 9As. Not tremendously longer, but a little bit longer. And that gives them more time in the key zone in the period. And that's where the time which takes up that second month, which could happen, actually does happen. I think I'm actually charged against me for that, just for having been out on those longer missions. So theoretically, at least, I'm not going to fix the first one, but you know, it's kind of hard because these missions get aborted early, so I guess the 9s actually have a slight penalty to them. So I'm going to fix this next one, and I'll write the first one off as too complicated a situation to worry about. So every time you go out in a mission in a 9A, you are going to be taking 2 months, I guess. Even if it gets cut really short, I don't know. Anyway, those kind of things don't matter too much to what you're getting out of the game. They would be important if you're playing competitively in a tournament or something, in terms of your choice of what kind of sub you're going to take. I've also had some people saying, wow, I hope you get through the whole, or I hope you do the whole war. Some complaints, maybe Stuka Joe's B-17 game got cut short, but it got cut short because the crew in the plane was all shut out. At least that's the narrative that I got from it. And certainly if I get killed, and it seemed pretty close to the case in the last mission, I'm not going to try to fudge it. We're playing this for real, and whatever happens, happens. Okay, another mission into the British Isles. In this case, I hit the second transit box. I got a random event, which gave me this Luftwaffe recon. That allows me to get a free target with no escort. Well, I ended up with a small freighter again. And you can see I put some plastic over this, and I'm using kind of a China marker or whatever to start marking off the things that I killed. I also changed to keeping a running total of sunk tonnage, so I don't have to add it up each time. Anyway, this one's going to be a 1,500 ton small ship. Since there's no escort, I believe I can certainly go to close range safely, but I don't think I'm allowed to surface. Let me make sure. Conducting surface, yeah, I'm allowed to use a surface attack with it. So I'm going to come up and shoot it with the deck gun, as well as launch a few torpedoes at it. Now I changed my torpedo mix, reducing the amount of electrics I have, mainly because I don't really see myself using those electrics very much. I'm not thrilled with them unless I'm in danger, I guess. So I actually have a multiple of 4 here, which might mean I want to drop all 4 forward torpedoes. I only need 2 hits in order to hit it. I'm going to actually fire 3 torpedoes, a deck gun, and that's it. Because this is so early in my mission, I don't really want to fire off a lot of stuff at once, although I think it's pretty tough to run through your entire complement of ammo. But who knows, maybe I'll get a resupply at the end of the mission and want to do so. So this thing can't really hurt me, and I'll just be rolling some dice. I'll tell you whether or not I kill it, basically. And yes, that was easily dispatched. I was wrong about the size of it. It's 3,300 tons, not 1,500. When I recheck to mark it off over here, you saw I must have misread something. Because my dice are still sitting there at the number that I had. So this is going to be a successful mission, assuming I survive it. But I do want to keep going to try to rack up the score. So far, I don't have any big kills. 1,600 or 60,000 tons. That's nice, but I got to get more than that on some missions in order to, you know, get all my decorations and everything. Another 3,300 ton small freighter. This one was escorted, but I managed to slip away even though I used the steam torpedoes. And we'll load up some more. Another batch there as we push into our next space. And I'll roll the dice once here. 5. I got another ship. Unescorted. It's another small freighter. I'm just picking on the little fries, but that's okay. Actually, that should have been the day-night, but okay, that'll be a night fight. And well, we'll close. We're running kind of low on ammo. I don't expect the deck gun to take someone out, though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fire the aft torpedoes. I could actually fire a dual set of torpedoes, and one of these, and a deck gun fire, and I'll come back. That should be enough to kill it off. I don't have that much more of a run to make, but I kind of don't like those electronic torpedoes. They don't serve, they don't hit it as often. Okay, another 4,000 tons. I forgot to roll up what the ship was, but tonnage doesn't matter with the small freighters. But then in the final space in the British Isles, I rolled a 12 over here. Now that would normally be a random event, but since I've already had a random event this time, that's going to be an aircraft encounter. So that jumps right into the air attack table. They find me automatically. And let's go through the procedure there because it's a little different. Well, wait a minute. I get to dive to escape attack. Consult the aircraft encounter chart, A1. I don't think I did this last time. Oops. Shh, there we go. All right, how's my crew? Anything here? It's +1 because it's 1940 now. It's no longer +1. And I don't have a special type, so I roll a die. Ah, yes, we did this last time. 4, I'm going to get a crew injury and a successful attack. First thing I guess I roll is the crew injury, if I can find it. 8, it's just general crew. And I got a dead crew member. That doesn't matter until the whole crew is pretty much wiped out, then it has an effect. Then I'll be understaffed for the ship. Okay, now we get to actually do the attack, right? I don't know. Escort air attack chart. I have no penalties against me, but it is an air attack, so it's +2. And the game's over. Well, that was fun. And no, I'm not going to start another one. I do get to score this sucker up, and we'll see. I didn't do terribly well. My feeling is that the game is tough enough, like running a whole B-17 campaign, you're going to be very unlikely to make it through, you know, the whole situation. There's just too many places where you're going to get hit with a random die roll that finishes you off. And to some extent, that's the fun of the game, right? I mean, if it was easy, if you could just survive, if it wasn't realistic, who the hell would play it? But on the other hand, I'm not going to spend, you know, a month or two trying to survive this, which is maybe, you know, what I would have done at 12, 13 years old and had maybe 10 games, 15 games. I would have been enthralled by this the way I was with my baseball simulator. Anyway, I'll come back with a review after I box this sucker up. Sorry for those of you who wanted to see me get what is it, the Iron Cross with oak leaves, swords, and little diamonds dangling off of it, but nah, I ain't get nothing. So whether or not I get a posthumous promotion here, my adventures were somewhat lackluster, to tell you the truth. Although I was successful in all 3 missions and might have gotten some crew experience off that makes me better in the long run, I only sunk a total of a little under 2,700 tons. If I look at this at the end of my year, if I hit September of 40, I would not have gotten a Knight's Cross. I have to get like 100,000 tons or something key for that. I didn't sink 10 ships. I only got like 6, which isn't bad feeling. But I also had no unsuccessful patrols. So I'll roll a die, and on a 1 through 4, yes, you know, the Führer sees fit to sign my promotion posthumously. And, you know, it's not a major rank increase anyway. So that's the end of it, and we'll send this up, and I'll talk a little bit about what I feel about it. Hopefully I can give some kind of insight just from this limited playing and my own stance not being terribly interested in solitaire games.